Welcome back to the High Yield Birding series, where we share tips, tricks, and other advice to level up your birding game. Now in this video, I'll discuss how to view birds through binoculars and through camera viewfinders. Now it really helps to learn how to use your binocular before you go birding for the first time. Here's how you do it. First, set up the binocular for your eyes by adjusting the interpupillary distance, the eye cups, and the diopter setting. See my diopter adjustment video linked above for how to do this. Now once these parameters are set correctly, you're ready to sight birds through your binocular. When you anticipate that birds are around, such as when you hear them calling or singing, keep your hands on or near your binocular. Now it's usually best to find birds with the naked eye, then use the binocular to obtain a magnified view. Once you spot a bird of interest, turn so that your feet, hips, and torso are square to the bird. Then, without taking your eyes off the bird, bring your binocular up to your eyes, keeping your elbows in. Rest your elbows on your chest if possible. This will stabilize the image. Keeping your eyes on the bird helps to keep it in view when you transition from looking at it with the naked eye to viewing it through the binocular. Now it helps to practice a bit with stationary objects before you go looking for actual birds. Now if you're into bird photography, you should know that it's just as important to keep looking at the bird while you bring the camera's viewfinder up to your eyes, like so. A variation for sighting birds through a binocular that might be a bit more reliable for beginning birders is this. Now without taking your eyes off the bird, bring the binocular up in front of your face, then straight back to your eyes, like so. You'll eventually be able to make a seamless transition between spotting the bird with the naked eye and bringing the binocular up to your face to view them in all their magnified glory. You'll even be able to view and track flying birds this way. You should know that when you spot an exciting bird, you automatically tighten your grip on the binocular, which increases tremor. Try to remember to grip the binocular softly. It helps to practice a light binocular grip with more common birds so that you're already in the habit when more unusual birds show up. You'll need the best view possible of some of these unusual birds to be able to identify them. Now, a variation that's especially useful for distant birds is to use the hand that is not turning the focus knob to assist stability by resting the binocular on its fingertips. This improves stability. Now, a couple other ways to improve stability of the binocular are to lean onto a stable structure like a tree trunk when available to you, or to rest the binocular on your face, such as via the back of your thumb. You should practice all of these techniques so that they become second nature to you and so that you don't fall into sloppy habits like flaring your elbows. Since I started out by flaring my elbows when using binoculars, back when I first began birding, the habit has been difficult to break. This is how it is when the elbows are flared, but this is less stable than keeping your elbows in. Another useful tip to employ is to pre-focus the binocular on the distance you expect birds to be from you. This makes it faster to focus onto birds that show up and is especially effective for binoculars that require much turning of the focus knob. Now, even though it's usually best to find birds with a naked eye before you bring the binoculars up to your face, sometimes it's fine to scan with the binoculars first. These special cases include hawk watching, scanning the far edges of a marsh, birding on the coast, birding on large bodies of water, or when birding atop a tall structure, such as a canopy tower. Keep your arms as steady as possible when searching for birds this way by resting your binocular on the outstretched fingertips of one hand. That's it for today's episode of High Yield Birding. Tell me what you think of it below. Now, if you're just starting out as a birder, let me know what you'd like to learn about. Be sure to click like and subscribe and check out our other videos.